Feller.
Feller.
Come on, Feller. Yeah.
Woo. Beep.
Excuse me while I go on top of this. It's more important than my
That's good already.
Come on, Doug Chris, come on. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to Comedy Central Roast with Scott Johnson. I'm your host, Mark Ramirez. Thank you all for coming out to celebrate what's probably the most important day in the lives of Jackie and Scott. This is my first time giving a best man speech, so please bear with me. As a precautionary measure, you might want to put your mouth on the kids. Just throwing that out there. All right. Here it goes. In loving memory of Scott Johnson, he was a dear friend, loving father. Oh, wait. Sorry. My bad. Based on Scott's medical and dating history, I figured I would give him his eulogy instead of his best man speech. My bad, awkward. Okay, here we go. I remember when Scott asked me to be his best man several months ago. I think it was at work, I believe. A year and a half ago. So he asked me to be his best man, and I was like, wow. Scott really doesn't have any friends. No, seriously, I was honored to be given the task of best man duties. Like I mentioned earlier, this is my first time, so doing the best man speech. So I did a little research. Some say you're supposed to limit your time to limit the amount of time that the best man, or I'm sorry, the groom can make love. I have no idea how long that is. And their bedroom is on the second floor, which made it difficult for me to find out. So we're going to wing it. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So, I'm not... So, I'm not going to share a bunch of embarrassing drunk stories about Scott. I am not going to do that. I am not going to share stories about Scott puking in my living room as I hold a giant cup under his mouth in order to save my carpet and my apartment deposit. I will not do that, Scott. Pay for my friend. Instead, I will start with how we met. So, we met about 5.5 years ago at Silicon Lab when I started working there. Scott and I became very good friends after that. Probably due to the fact that I'm pretty cool. On top of being very good friends, Scott taught me a lot there, which helped me a lot in my career. I thank you for that. Now I'm making some bucks. A little bit. Anyway, one of the things he taught me there that I will never forget for as long as I live was a little bit of interviewing etiquette. Yes, you know where I'm going. So, Scott and I, along with two other gentlemen, were interviewing a guy for a position. So, 4 guys interviewing one. Judd was one of the guys interviewing. He's not here. Not sure where he is. ACL, I guess. Anyway, so the interview was going very bad, and it was pretty obvious that we weren't going to make an offer to the guy. So the interviewee decides to go up to the whiteboard and start writing something on the whiteboard. So the interviewee was bald. When he turned around, he had several folds on the back of his head and neck. So I thought, Scott and Judd would get a smile or a chuckle out of what popped in my head when I saw that. So I sent them both a text message in the interview. Correct. So my text message said, back of his head looks like a pack of wieners. I didn't think it was that funny. Scott, on the other hand, did. Scott must have thought that this was the funniest thing he had ever heard in his entire life. He put his fist over his mouth. His eyes were closed. He turned purple. And he was shaking, trying to hold his laugh. So, that was a bad idea. Obviously, that caused a chain reaction with Judd and I. All right, there was a 4th person who did not get a text message. So, Scott is not doing very well. I managed to somewhat keep my composure. I don't laugh. I keep my eyes open, looking at the interviewee. Tears are pouring down my eyes. Judd, on the other hand, is similar to Scott. He loses it. But Judd is way too white to turn purple. Judd cannot keep his composure and has to leave the room. The 4th person who is interviewing has no idea why we're laughing. He looks at us like we're a bunch of 10-year-old schoolgirls. So, lesson learned, never text during an interview. Lesson I will never forget. On to how I met Miss Jackie. Jackie? What? That's not that one. Oh, true story.
Classic Jackie.
Oh, like a Scott.
Oh, yeah. So, I also met Jackie at work. Go ahead, take your time. I got all mine. I also met Jackie at work. I believe she started there as a receptionist. Yes, I got that. So, I met Jackie at work. Scott showed a little bit of interest, and that's when the stalking began. I guess after a while, Jackie realized that Scott likes spicy foods, and the pepper spray had no effect. Shortly after that, they went out on their first date, and I will skip the mushy, gross stuff that led us up to today. Jackie is a very special person. She is quite a little firecracker. Anyone who has been on the receiving end of one of her backhands knows what I'm talking about. Like I said, Jackie is very special. It takes a very special woman to tolerate Scott's flatulence. This is not your normal, average, everyday flash lamp. Everybody that works with him knows what I'm talking about.
Very true.
It requires a hazmat team. I guess one of the pros of Scott's abnormal flash lamps is that they will never have to call the working man. There won't be a bug within 50 yards of ground zero. I guess the downside would be Jackie is going to have to fill every available electrical outlet with a Glade plug-in. I have met a few of, I have met a few of Scott's family, and it appears that this trait carries on in the male. Pop, bro, I'm looking at you. Sebastian. So Jackie, just keep that and the environment in mind when you consider kids. I'm very happy to become really good friends with both of you. We always have a good time. I look forward to many more. I think you two are perfect for each other. If your relationship as husband and wife is anything like your relationship as best friends, then you will have a long, happy life together. Here's to Scott and Jackie Johnson. Woo!
Cheers.
Speech.
May all of your ups and downs take place under the bed sheets.